Greetings and welcome to In-Depth. I'm Dike Rostant. We are here at ANSA Coatings Ltd, but we're inside the ACE department. So we're going to find out what ACE stands for, and we are currently speaking with Naila Mahabir, Assistant Production Manager. Thank you so much for spending the time. But in terms of the department, ACE department, what does that stand for, Naila?
So ACE stands for Advanced Color Express, and the department is, the name says it all, right? So we are advanced in technology. We have advanced tinting machines, advanced tinting technology, and we have recently launched our new and environmentally friendly colorant system.
All right, and we are here at a machine, so you want to give us some ideas about what is happening now, and we thank the gentleman for actually being in the shot as well to give us an idea. But what is taking place at this juncture?
Okay, so this area usually manufactures small batches of decorative and industrial paints. Right, the color is what we create. So the color technician, he's going to make a gallon of the requested product as per the standard formula on our tinting machine. So the colorant is dispensing right now, and he will cover the bucket and shake it in our shaker.
And I remember sometimes happening when you finish with your bucket and you mix, but the shaker does a lot of that work for you.
Yes, it does.
And in terms of like amount during a day, what kind of amount would your output be like?
Well, we can do from 1 gallon up to 500. It all depends on the specific customer.
All right, so you say we are the shaker now. So is there a certain amount of time, or does it depend on the amount of colorants that were added to that base? Or is there a prescribed set amount of time that it shakes for, or do you need to open and check and make sure that is?
Yes, usually shake it for 1 minute.
From the shaker, what's next?
Okay, so after the product is shaked, the color technician, he will do a drawdown at our workstation, and the product will dry, and we will go to our daylight cabinet where we would look at the color and ensure that it is an A match before it is approved.
And when you say A match, break down A match to me. What does A match mean?
When we say A match, we said it matches our standard.
So I guess from the shaker is to the drawdown, is it?
Yes, we're going to the workstation now to do a drawdown.
All right, so let's check that out.
So our color technician will now do our drawdown of the product.
So is it a matter of saying, okay, well, because we know sometimes it's a mix of art and science. So is it a matter of matching and having eye tests done, or is it a matter of using some sort of technology? What does the drawdown?
Yes, so all of our formulas on our cloud-based software, they are all verified formulas by our technical department. So the color technician is now doing a drawdown, which he will put to dry, and we will compare it to our standard under the daylight cabinet.
That's taking 2 samples. So I literally see how it gets the name now in terms of saying drawdown.
Because you're actually drawing it down on a glass bar.
So So after that draw takes place, it's dried, and I guess that will give you a more accurate test of what it will look like when it's finished.
Yes, definitely. We need to look at only compare colors when they are dried.
Now to compare the colors under a daylight cabinet to ensure consistency against the standard.
So you said that you have it against a chart now?
We are actually looking at it versus our standard.
So do you do this for every container, or do you do it for a batch in terms of doing the drawdown and making sure that it hits that benchmark?
We have to do an approval for each batch of paint that we make. Every single color goes through this approval process. For our special mixes, we actually have our routine samples, which we look at our customers, what we would have given to them before, and we use that as a standard so that they will have uniformity of color when they purchase another batch.
And is it a matter of having is there a minimal amount, or you said, okay, well, we'll customize a batch from the fact that you want to purchase this volume? What's that process like?
Okay, so we have, so customers, we do two types of orders in here. We stock our standard colors from our standard shade cards into the warehouse, which hardware is purchased. And we also do special colors for people like contractors, for big projects, and we do company specific colors. So if you're a company and you need a company specific color, for instance, we do the famous Carib Blue and Carib Yellow for Carib. We can do that for you in whatever batch size that you request. So if you need 1 gallon, we can do that for you. If you need 100 gallons, we can also do it for you.
It's nice to know, because sometimes people may feel a little restricted because they say, okay, well, they're not buying enough, so they wouldn't do it.
Also, if you have a sample that you require us to mix for you, we can achieve it for you. Or if you have a color in mind that you want to have as your company logo, we can also mix it for you.
There's something about having the color shop.
Yes.
It's like being able to walk with this specific color and saying, I want this color exactly.
Yes, we can mix it for you.
That's nice to know.
We tint the colors by using our quality control bases, dispensing colorant as per formulation stored in our new and improved cloud-based software. It is then labeled with the color and batch number, mixed in a shaker and packed on a pallet to be transferred to the warehouse for delivery to the customer. Military standard sampling is done at regular intervals during the process to ensure uniformity of color. We tint all of the colors on our standard color charts, over 2,000 colors from our most recent color library fan deck, and thousands of other colors from various charts and fan decks. ACE creates customer-specific colors of the highest quality in the shortest possible time. We are focused on exceeding our customer expectations by ensuring high-quality products are manufactured for our customers and ensuring on-time and in-full delivery.
And now we get some checks from Mr. Tennyson.
Procedure, and it is done at regular intervals.
And is this a drawdown as well?
Yes, it is a drawdown. So basically what we are doing is we are comparing the products in the different buckets to ensure that the color is uniform before we continue producing the batch.
Let's see.
So it's a form of quality control, it's a method of quality control.
And I see he's putting it against what you would have as a standard.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess we know what color it is we're working with right now. And that's the thing, because to me it's amazing the range of distinctions or nuances you would find within a white. So like this is a white, but it's a bone white, which would be different from something like an eggshell or something else.
Okay, so in this area at ACE, we do one of our innovation products, which is Berger Trelon. It is a heavy-bodied one-coat textured finish, specially made for interior and exterior, plaster, concrete, primed wood and cement board. Many interesting patterns can be created with this fantastic product. It is available in 2 textures. We have coarse and fine, in an extensive range of beautiful colors. It has a low odor, it is tough, durable and long-lasting. It is algae and mildew resistant, water resistant and fade resistant, especially designed for our tropical climate.
To break it down for me, how do you get the different textures? Is it that you mix it thicker to get it a little rougher, or you mix it thinner?
Okay, so our bases are manufactured at our Jamaica plant for the Trelon, and how you get the different textures, the different size of aggregate that we put into the product. So the coarse will have a bigger aggregate and the fine product will have a smaller aggregate.
It's not as though a customer will purchase and need to add anything.
It's already, yes, the aggregate is already in. And we have our Trelon fan deck, which you can choose from, and we also do special colors in this product as well. So you can choose from our wide range of colors from our color library fan deck.
Right, and we're seeing it as you have, if we were cloth, I'd call it swatches. But at the same time, we're also seeing the liquid version, or we're seeing it being prepared in some of the containers. So the aggregate is already inside.
Yeah? Yes, it is. The bases are manufactured at our Jamaica plant, so we receive it in these containers and we add the colorant and we mix it with our tri-mixer.
But speaking about the colorant, what kind of colors are we looking at?
Okay, so the first one is actually a special mix from our new color library fan deck. The second one is from our standard Trelon fan deck, and the third one is a white.
Welcome back. Once again, we are at ANSA Coatings Ltd, where we heard the news of how ACL brands performed very positively in a recently commissioned benchmark study. We also got a peek into the Advanced Color Express department, some of the products they create, and some quality control methods. Before we put on the personal protective equipment to go to that department though, we spoke with some members of the administrative team. Here we have General Manager Nicholas McLean outlining the 2x growth strategy, its importance, and how ANSA Coatings Ltd is working to decrease its waste footprint by implementing circular economy practices.
So the 2x growth strategy is inspired by our group CEO and our executive team that made an announcement to the world that ANSA Group was going to move forward with our purpose of better choices for a better world, right? Better choices for a better world, meaning that we would like to see growth. Obviously, we're a business. We want to see a future where we expand into new markets, we expand our products that the team spoke about to the world, but we also want to do it in a sustainable way. We want to do it in a way where we could grow our people, we could grow our expertise within those people as well, and also growing the business in a way that has a low impact on the environment, which is very important to us. And low impact in the environment in the context of ANSA Coatings Ltd is moving to using less harmful chemicals in our products. John would have spoke about the volatile organic compounds. We would like to move away from the use of that in the future. And also in terms of recycling our products as well, focusing on recycling our solvents so that we could reuse them in the process. So that is now part of what you call the circular economy, where we start with the product and then we reuse it back into the production again. So we are very, happy to be on this journey with the group. I mean, we have all committed to this strategy and we are all living into the strategy. It's not something that we came about and we said, all right, this is our strategy and we're going to put a few solar panels in the car park and this is what the business is going to focus on. Our business is actually going into the nuts and the bolts of the process and improving our process so that it could be more sustainable for the future, right? So that's the Times 2 initiative. Yeah. Yeah.
Then regional sales manager Marcus McLeod shared the company's distribution channels, plus some reasons you might want to buy local.
Our products can be sourced throughout Trinidad and Tobago. We have over 400 hardwares where you can access all of our products, Berger, Penta and Systems. We also have 28 business partners, what we refer to as franchisees. These are partners that we more or less work very closely with, that represent the brands that we have very powerfully and represent as if they actual employees of ANSA Coatings Ltd. Right? However, what I would like to place special focus on is our color shops. So within the ANSA Coatings group, we own 6 color shops. Right? So there's one in Arima, there's one in Mount Hope, Diego Martin, St. James, Tobago, and Marabella. Right now, what we offer at these color shops is not only going to buy paints, we offer a customer experience. We have trained technicians that sit and have conversations, give advice, lend their knowledge as far as what they think would suit the customer best, both from a decorative standpoint and an affordability standpoint. All of our products are more or less based on what you're looking for, cost-effective and affordable. Right? We could meet any market that is desired. We also have a massive distribution channel within the auto industry, which a lot of people aren't aware of. We have 22 dealers throughout Trinidad and Tobago, where we distribute auto paints as well. But I'd like to also speak on, this is Christmas time. There's a lot of massive sales going out throughout the country. We have Penta caravans that you could basically look at our social media pages to find where the next caravan is going to be, where we have a lot of giveaways, massive excitement on the trade, massive sales, and something that everybody could reach out to and afford to paint during this peak period.
Back in the production area, management trainee Abhinav Serju gave us a brief rundown of production at the facility.
The paint is made in our tanks and is pumped from the tanks to the filling line. It is then dispensed simultaneously using the nozzles. As you can see, the already labeled buckets are placed onto the filling line where it goes through a laser sensor that automatically stops the buckets directly under the nozzles. Under each of the buckets, there are pressurized plates which measures the weight of the paints being dispensed. There are also sensors which will automatically stop the nozzle when the required weight is filled. Both the pressurized plate and the sensors ensures that each bucket of paint is consistently filled, thus ensuring a uniform and high quality product. The buckets then run through the line where the cover is placed onto the buckets and is capped by an automatic press. It is then taken out of the line and stacked onto the pallets, which are then stretched up and transferred to the warehouse for storage.
Last but not least, we shared some time with operations manager of the coating sector, Alan Ramlal, who spoke about the laboratory and the sense of accomplishment on the results of the benchmark survey.
Alright, so this is the laboratory where, as you said, all the magic happens, right? We do all the cost optimization, all the BOM development, all the customization, all the sort of specialization that we do to make sure that our products meet in all the predetermined or regulatory requirements that we want built into it, right? So we do a lot of the testing that we do is in line with the ASTM methods, which is the American Society for Testing and Materials, right? So a lot of what we do is in conformance to that. Hence the reason why, as John would have indicated earlier, that our product would have meet the benchmarking requirements, etc., because most of our product are developed based on those testing standards.
In terms of that development, give me a little idea what goes into research and development.
Right, well, I mean, a big part, as John would have indicated earlier as well too, a lot of the stuff that we use is mostly imported stuff, right? So the inputs are really imported. So we work with a lot of suppliers from Europe, the US, right? All over the world basically, China, India, etc. Right? So with them, they develop in raw materials, right? So they will sell the raw material to us and help us to develop formulations and help us to customize, right? So we work there's a partnership. I mean, there's collaboration going on. I mean, even now we have collaboration going on with some of the product lines that we want to put into the market early next year, where we're working with them very closely in optimizing the requirements that we're looking for and what the products could offer.
And in terms of that regional work that you're doing, and how connected are you?
Right, well, regionally, this lab is really the support lab for the region, right? So, I mean, what we're doing right now, the team here is really supporting the Barbados facility, the Grenada facility, and the Jamaica facility. So, the bombs are basically standardized so that what we produce here is the same quality we produce it in Jamaica, Barbados, and Grenada for the products that these plants produce. This plant is unique in the sense that it produces all the brands, right? So anything that we produce here is either being produced in Grenada, Barbados, or Jamaica. So with the same ingredients, the same quantities of ingredients, and the same testing methods. Right? Bill of material, or the formula, right? The recipe then, in layman's terms, right? So everything is standardized, and we monitor and we ensure that all the subsidiaries as well producing as per our instructions or the instructions outlined on the bill of material, and the quality testing methods or the control methods are the same across all subsidiaries. So if you get a product from Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, or Grenada, you can rest assured that it's the same product you're getting.
When I get a closing statement from you, I also want to ask, how proud are you with the results that you would have seen from that benchmarking study?
Well, I'll probably get emotional with this one, right? But it was very, I mean, it was very good to see that our products was meeting those requirements, right? Because I've been in the industry for about 25 years. Good performance.
Thank you very much.